Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, there was an H scene on the horizon. I could smell it. And now, it is currently pissing down rain outside. There's amounts of thunder here and there. So if you hear any background noises that sound kind of strange, it probably has to do with the high winds and rain and occasional claps of thunder and blah, 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 blah. You know, that sort of stuff. And, well, mine, I guess, it's not really that bad. It shouldn't cause an issue. Shouldn't, unless my power goes out. No, that's fairly unlikely. My power doesn't normally go out when it rains. It hasn't in a very, very long time. Anyway, I'm rambling and trying to remember what the stuff that I was going to mention. Right. I remember now. The H scene actually didn't start immediately from where it was. It was more awkward flirting, awkward kissing, and I didn't want to read that. So there was actually a little bit more between it. There's a little bit of information that's given. I'm out of Kleenexes outside. A little bit of information that's given about backstory. It wasn't, because I can't say that it wasn't too important, because it actually kind of was, and I can't scroll that far up, I don't think. Yeah, no. However, it was basically just, Maki Hisasama brought us here, me and Kohaku, to help with stuff, which gets expanded upon more as things go on. It's nothing that's not mentioned again, I don't think. It's just you hear it from Hisui first, and it's like, if Shiki doesn't act surprised about something that he probably should, that's probably why. Yeah, I cannot for some reason remember what it was. It wasn't anything too major, though. It was interesting story development, don't get me wrong, but it was just mentioned between awkward flirting and kissing noises that I didn't want to read aloud. Anyway, I accidentally skipped like 1 or 2 screens ahead, just to kind of tell you what happened. They have now finished their coitus, and Shiki changes his clothes and leaves the room. And now we're here. There you go. There's a quick little update for the 2 screens that I accidentally skipped past. But enough stalling, enough rambling. Let's get into it, shall we? That's right. Akiya and Kohaku-san aren't here. This is a good opportunity. I can do some investigating into what happened 8 years ago. Oh, and if I sound any stranger than normal, that's because the wine I'm drinking is a lot stronger than what I normally drink. This is like 16% or something like that, 15.5, something strong. I usually drink like this 13.5 range. My preference is stronger, but it's been a while. I enter the old man's room. This place should definitely have something to answer my questions. The desk drawer, it's empty now. There might be something that belongs to the old man in one of the locked drawers. But I don't think he'll keep something that important there. It'd be great if he had a safe or something. I searched the room. Here it is. Oh, I just realized I don't remember if it goes into as much detail in this route or if it's Kohaku's route where it goes into the huge detail, or if it's both. It could very well be both. This is going to be a bit hard. I find something like a safe pretty easily. There's no external lock, and I don't know the dial combination. So I take off my glasses and cut its line. There seems to be an old diary and some envelopes. The diary looks like that of a child's, and the other looks like some old letters. Old letters? Why? The handwriting is definitely my old man's. It's fragmented and I can't understand it at first glance. The date starts in the summer of 8 years ago and seems to continue on a little past that. I don't understand it yet, but I continue leafing through it. It is really pissing down rain. Month, day, my son, Shiki, succumbed to his Tono blood. Shiki, he killed my adopted son who happened to be there. The adopted son is the heir to the house, or is the heir of the house Ninaya. I guess it is a blessing in all the unfortunate events that he isn't the same family as the synchronizers like Kohaku and Hisui. Shiki's inversion impulse is terrible. So it was determined that he must be eliminated. I have my duty as the head of the Tono household, but killing my own son is so difficult. The Tono blood more in Shiki than in Akiya. Talking about potential, I feel an older origin in Akiya's blood, but Shiki's Tono blood runs much stronger. I assume that is why Shiki inverted before he became an adult. Shiki's powers are immortality and fusion. Shiki could not manage the awakened powers and, as a result, killed the adopted Ninaya child, taking his life. I have to say it was a superb job for using his powers for the first time. Month, X day. I'm really hoping that the journal stuff that I'm thinking of is in Kohaku's route, because I was not prepared mentally for that, because Kohaku's route does. Oh God. Both Shiki and the adopted son managed to escape death. Before I killed Shiki, he killed the adopted son and stole his life, regenerating himself with it. I don't know if it is because he was so close to death, but Shiki has regained some of his sanity. Even though it is dangerous, I will not kill him, but simply separate him from the mansion for a while. On the other hand, the adopted child of Ninaya will not live long even if he does survive. That is, lots of rain. Even if he does heal, his life has been taken by Shiki. His body can die any day. As long as the adopted child lives, there is a possibility that his mind will be attuned with Shiki's. It seems it is a side effect of their two lives being linked. But if that happens, the adopted son will die eventually, so there is no problem there. Month, day. The problem of maintaining appearances to normal society still remains. Shiki has killed that adopted Ninaya child. I have covered up the incident, but Shiki cannot be shown to the public. The wound I gave him hasn't healed, and his figure has transformed. He is not in a condition to be brought in front of others as Tono Shiki. He cannot be called a human either. The Ninaya child still lives. As long as he lives, I've decided to use him. If there are any disagreements, I would like to hear them. Complimentary. The Ninayas are a family that produced killers. If that adopted son happens to stay alive, the link between him and Shiki may corrupt Shiki's mind. Even if Shiki regains his sanity, I cannot deny the possibility of the Ninaya's child's influence turning him into a killer. To not let that happen, we must have him somewhere where we can keep an eye on him. But we cannot allow him near the Tono mansion either. I should have raised him by an appropriate branch family, or I should have him raised by an appropriate branch of the family. Month, X day. The Tono blood that has awakened within Shiki. Maybe it is because he was so close to death, but he has regained his sanity like before. But I don't know if something will cause him to invert again. Even though it tears me apart, I cannot allow Shiki near the Tono mansion either. I placed him under the care of a trusted servant. month, X day. I still haven't received word that his sanity has completely been restored. A year has passed with him under the care of another house. My heart is in anguish. It is so hard for me when I think of the way my son has to live. As soon as Shiki heals, I will be able to bring him back to the mansion. What is this? Adopted son. I knew about the adoption 10 years ago. Even though I don't exactly remember the details, I know about it. He killed me 8 years ago in that courtyard. Our minds are linked. The words say that my mind and his are possibly linked. Normally, the story would be something to laugh off. But right now, it explains too much. No, that's not it. This isn't anything like that. I know. Even though I already know about it, I try not to notice. I want to deny it again. The adopted child was. The one who killed was. I know which is which, but I don't want to admit it. This is useless. Cursing myself, I toss the letters to the side. All that's left is this. I pick up the diary in the safe. It looks like a child's diary, certainly nothing that Tono Makihisa would have had. I flip the pages. There are only 2 words. Help me. Like that. On a white page, it is written really small. I flip through the pages. Help me. I turn the page. Help me. I turn the page. Help me. I turn the page. What? It's like a curse that brings the reader to the depths of darkness. Help me. 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 You get the idea. I feel sick. I've seen many nightmares up until now, but this is far worse. These words, help me. It isn't that whoever wrote this diary knew only those words. Only those words. That is all this person could feel. None of the dark litany was scribbled out. One letter after another, like the spewed feelings of this person. That is the only way the author could escape. This person knew no other way to let out this curse. There is still more than half the diary to look at. I can't bring myself to read the rest of it. I flip through the pages, trying not to look at its contents. As I flip through the pages, my hand stops on the very last page. Regular sentences. On the last page, there is a short paragraph. Silver lettering adorns the otherwise perfectly white sheet. So it's better to just become a doll. Gradually, my body stopped generating a pulse. Blood vessels turned into tubes one by one. Blood vanished like vapor. My heart, everything, just crafted parts. See, that's why there will be no more pain. Closing the diary, I put it back in the safe. I don't know why Tono Makihisa kept such a thing, but I do know one thing. Fearing the child's malice, it was something meant to be sealed away in the safe. That is, very depressing. The day draws to a close. The dark garden, the dark trees spread out before me like a black veil. I remember the dream I saw before coming to this mansion. All right. It isn't that there is something there. I just need to confirm something in my heart, so I enter the black veil. There isn't anything here. It's not like the body of the one who was killed 8 years ago is here. It's not like the blood of the one killed 8 years ago is here. For an instant, the scene flashes in my mind. Pop. That hot summer day. I was looking down at my blood-stained self as if I was another person. So, someone must have been killed here. Whether it was me or him, I don't know. Which one was adopted? Which one is the monster Shiki? Well, Hisui's told us that already. Like outright, but okay. If I think about it logically, I had to have been the one to kill him here. That is incorrect. The one who was killed was you, Shiki-sama. I turn around. I don't know when she arrived, but Hisui is there. Hisui, you woke up already? Don't push yourself. Aren't you still tired? Shiki-sama, you are the one who should not push yourself. You are still losing energy at a great pace, much more than you have gained. Hisui stands before me. My pulse picks up. Hisui standing so close to me really does make me feel more alive. Wow, my body really is warm. I think it is your warmth coming into me. But Hisui, what are you saying? You say that I was killed here. Do you know what happened here? Yes, I saw you die here. You were killed by Shiki. Not just your body and soul, but everything was killed. Her voice is shaking. It isn't that she's scared. Instead, she sounds incredibly angry at the person who killed me. Wait a sec, Hisui. The one who was killed was the adopted Nanaya kid. So, wasn't he the one who died? No, you are the one that died, Shiki-sama. Hisui answers directly. Oh, I see. Then that means... I see. So, I'm the adopted child. Yes, you're a descendant of the Nanaya family. Makihisa-sama adopted you, the only surviving member. Your name is Shiki, and because Makihisa-sama found it amusing that his son was also named Shiki by a strange coincidence, he adopted you. Our names are the same. Yes, it is natural for you to be confused, and you are different from us. You really adopted into the Tono family. I can't speak. Such a thing isn't a shock or anything. I remember not getting along with my old man from the beginning, and I never felt quite right in the mansion. So such a thing, even if it were all lies, I'm very sorry, saying things that cause you sadness. No, I'm fine. I'm not sad. I say that, but I know it's a lie. I don't know what kind of feeling it is, but it is true that I feel an emptiness in my heart. But that's weird. People of the Tono blood have powers, don't they? If Shiki is a vampire, then what am I? I'm not the same as him, but I have these strange eyes. I do not know in detail, but Akiya-sama said that you are the same as Nesan and I, whose families are enemies to those of mixed blood. we have the power to synchronize with those we exchange fluid with, and the Nanaya had the power to fight demons. I see. Certainly, my eyes are not a power to help people like Hisui's. Rather, it is a power to kill. I see. But then, why was I adopted by the old man? It doesn't make any sense as to why he would adopt an enemy. Shiki-sama, you are the inheritor of a very special bloodline of demon hunters. Asagami, Fujio, Ryuji, and Nanaya. Ryoji, isn't Ryoji, nope, never mind, it's Ryudo. Ryudo? Yeah, Ryudo. And Face Knight, never mind. Although, I wonder if those are referenced at all in, like Karen no Kyokai or Mahoyo, because I've not read either. Well, Mahoyo doesn't have a complete English translation, and I don't speak Japanese or French, and I've just not read or watched Karen no Kyokai. Though I've heard the translation of the light novels for Karen no Kyokai isn't great, but I've heard the movies are great, but I haven't watched them. I really don't watch movies very much. I don't watch anime very much. Anyway, these 4 families are the enemy of mixed blood. I think Makihisa-sama brought you here to fend off something. I mean, how did he even get a chance to adopt me in the first place? I heard that you were the only member of the Nanaya family to survive. I see. 10 years ago, Japanese-style house nestled deep within the mountains. Surrounded by a black forest, a rustic world isolated from the flow of history. I can't quite remember it well. All I can remember is that pale blue glass moon. And in the forest clearing, a figure that looked like Tono Makihisa was cutting up lots of people. Sigh. But that was then, and this is now. Something done so long ago, it doesn't matter now. Well, I understand that I was killed by Shiki here, but how is it that I'm now living as Tonoshiki right now? Yes, without a doubt, you were stabbed by Shiki in the chest and on the verge of death. But by some miracle, you are able to recover. You were saved, and Shiki also survived. Since no one died, everything should have ended right then. But Shiki became something that could not be shown to other people. I see. So a replacement was needed for Tonoshiki. The name of Tono Makihisa is the top of the business world. The son can't just suddenly die. I mean, he could, it wouldn't look great. Because, gotta keep up appearances and all that. Yes, Makihisa-sama pretended that the Nanaya child died and had you live as Tonoshiki. It was all to protect the family name. I get it. It's something that the old man would do. Yeah, everything fits in now. Even though I am Tonoshiki, I am not technically part of the Tono family. Besides Akiya, no one else holds that blood. So my old man sent me to live with the Arimas and contrived a situation where I couldn't be the successor since my health was bad, even though I was supposedly the eldest son of the Tono household. Shiki-sama, it's fine. You don't have to apologize for keeping this a secret. Just telling me now is enough. Besides, aren't you like me? No, compared to you or Nissan, I haven't suffered at all. Even after Makihisa-sama died and Akiya-sama took us under her care. So I only lived peacefully, not knowing anything. Wait, Hisui. Akiya, she knows I'm not her real brother? Yes. She heard it from Makihisa-sama after you were adopted. But Akiya would always insist that you were her real brother. Every day, Makihisa-sama would tell Akiya-sama to forget about you, but Akiya-sama would never agree. Even though she would be scolded severely, she still waited for you in her heart. If you knew the truth, you would leave. That is why Akiya-sama told us never to let you know the truth. Akiya-sama always wanted Nissan and myself, or always helped Nissan and myself. Nissan was Makihisa-sama's servant and was not allowed out of his room. Akiya-sama hated that and freed Nissan. So, for Akiya-sama's sake, we continued the lie. Akiya-sama, all of us, we wanted you to come back. Hisui. So please, do not hate Akiya-sama. More than anyone else, she thinks importantly of you. Yeah, I know. There's no way I could hate her. It's more appropriate for me to be hated. I was the one living peacefully while you were all suffering. So, I am thankful to Akiya. She welcomed me, nothing more than an outsider, back into the mansion. She even calls me brother. So, I'll have to keep it up too. If she was willing to call me Tonoshiki as her brother, then I don't care about the name Nanayashiki. I have to continue being her brother, continue being Tonoshiki. Shiki-sama? Hisui rushes to me. I separate myself from Hisui, who is staring at me, or staring with a worried face, and take a deep breath. Jeez. I just got helped by you, Hisui, but I'm still having these headaches. Shiki-sama, your body's weakening is because of that incident 8 years ago. That time, Shiki stole your life and is using it to prolong his own life. That is why you are weakening and why you are linked with Shiki. I see. So that's how it is. In other words, as long as I don't do something about that killer, Shiki, I won't be able to return to normal. Yes, I believe he despises you utterly. That is why he is stealing your life gradually, trying to dirty your heart. He is enjoying your pain. Her voice is shaded with anger. He hates me? I don't get it. He's the one that killed me. I can understand me having a grudge against him, but why would we have a grudge against me? Or why would he have a grudge against me? No, Shiki-sama sees you as someone who has killed him. Shiki-sama, you have caused the existence of Tonoshiki to disappear. I caused him to disappear. Yes, you were certainly killed by Shiki. But once your life was saved, you took Shiki-sama's place you took Shiki's place as Tonoshiki. After that, the Shiki who was confined somewhere must have viewed you as a threat. Tonoshiki is still alive, but there is now someone else existing as Tonoshiki. Shiki is still alive, but you have taken away everything as Tonoshiki, and he became something that has no name, no existence. I see. So, he views himself as the rightful Tonoshiki, and sees me as an imposter. No wonder. Shiki wants to kill me and get everything back. But that is coming to an end. I will protect you, Shiki-sama. No matter what Shiki does, I will not let him kill you once again. Even if the killer Shiki walks the streets, he will be disposed of. So please, until then, rest in your room. Rest in my room? No, that won't help me. She doesn't know it, but our fusion gets worse by day. That means, if he really goes crazy, I don't know if I can stay sane myself. He's a guy who would hurt even himself to get revenge. Revenge? No, that's not it. The Shiki who says he was killed by me, the Shiki who sees me as an imposter, the Shiki who repeatedly says he will kill me, the Shiki who says any of this would not have happened if I was not here. The Shiki who has lost his sanity like Tono Makihisa, killing people in the streets. And yes, the one who died in the distant past, the child called Nanaya Shiki. Unconsciously, I grip my teeth. Don't be ridiculous. I'm the one who has the right to be bitter, Shiki. Suddenly, the old wound on my chest starts to hurt. There is only one way to stop this pain. Shiki-sama, where are you? You know, he says he's going to come, but I'm not going to wait for him. I know where his hideout is. I will end this worthless connection of ours. Please stop, Shiki-sama. With your body like that, it will be too dangerous. Hisui, sorry, but there's a knife in my room. Would you go get it for me? I refuse. I cannot let you go. Oh, well, I'll get it myself. Watch over things when I'm gone, Shiki-sama. Turning my back to Hisui, I walk away. Shiki-sama, if you do that, I will get really upset. Silently apologizing to Hisui, I head back inside. Bit of a longer episode, but I think this is where we're going to end it. Next time, we start gearing up for our final confrontation with Shiki. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope to see you all there.